trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the ding. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I heard it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. In your bag, I'm about to get in it. I don't know what y'all to be. Let's see.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag. Sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong. Watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a sack, like I run up in the backfield. I just got a sack, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On first and 10, Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Gonna take a shot for Gallup, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
Results in a fourth down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On first down, Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Daryl Worley there to knock that one free.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops. And not
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Prescott from the gun. Able to hit his target, Lamb. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott got some real estate inside the 30. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 42 yards. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 6-6.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
2-point conversion.
Well, it was a big run that got them down into position, and then they finish it off one play later with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, and it got them really thinking to themselves, after that big run, they're probably going to come back and hit us again with the same thing or something similar. Instead, they go to the air, and it's a touchdown that way.
And this carries into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flush to his right. It's the 40-yard line. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Randy Gregory. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 44 yards. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. The give is to Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. He marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Frank Clark there on
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Chiefs.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And an incomplete pass.
On the keeper.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Complete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The sack there by Tyrone Crawford shooting in to make the play. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Second and 10.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. A quick slant to Hill. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
To Tyreek Hill. A gain of 14. First down, Kansas City.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Aldon Smith, the former number 7 pick, gets the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. And
looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's second and 8. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again to Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards, the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Prescott on first down. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. Oh, Zeke with a quick feed and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Here's Elliott. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. This is Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They hand off to their big tight end. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
1st down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
I'm going to show you, man.
And all the way in for a Kansas Hill.
Touchdown,
84
Kansas
yards. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point.
Harrison Butker on.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
For Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play that time through the air. 45 yards. Back now in Arlington. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. Forced out to it, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Now Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Prescott from the gun. His pass caught at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott taking it in. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Zerline now for the PAT. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Zerline, the kickoff for Dallas.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Tyreek Hill.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mahomes' pass caught by Watkins. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Chiefs.
Now Edwards-Helaire. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Mahomes pass.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dot. Always a fan of the dot. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, and the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Chris Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Tano Passanio. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And going deep for Hill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Xavier Woods with a pick. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Sets up.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The Chiefs will.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
Cowboys 18. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike, 53.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. 47. I got you, son.
To the air again, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
I had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
2nd and 11 now. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to get this one across the 40. Down.
Final score, Chiefs.
Interior of that line blocked.